So now let's start practicing our skills. What are those things that we have learned so far in this particular topic? So practice coding tayo. So we are about to create a simple program wherein pinangalanan ko tong even and odd number finder kasi dito, i-display lang natin yung mga odd number and yung mga even number. So let's say for example, we enter 10 in the total number and then the number of or the type of number to display is yung even number yung pinili natin, then it should display something like this. Total number, type of number is even number, then the result is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. They are all even number. If ever we use or we select yung odd number, yung magiging result naman po is ganito. So 10, for the, of course, total number is 10, type of number is odd number, and the result is 13579. Okay, so that will be our activity for today para ma-practice natin yung programming skills natin. Okay, guys? Okay, so let's start now our activity. So of course, first thing that we should do, and we should not forget every time we are trying to develop a program or system, of course, to start our Apache server or web server. Okay, otherwise hindi po siya makikita sa browser. Okay? So, yun lang muna yung start natin. Hindi pa naman tayo gagamit ng MySQL kasi wala pa tayong database na topic. So, once it is started, you may close that one. And then I would like to go to my folder kung saan naka-install yung SAMP folder, which is nasa C, SAMP, htdocs, and then yung learning PHP folder na ginawa ko. So ngayon, nandito na tayo sa practice 4. Practice 4 na tayo. So in your end, guys, it's up to you on how are you going to organize your working directory. But for me, ganito yung setup ko. Okay? So next is, I would like to open it in my text editor that I prepared, which is the Sublime Text. Then I'm going to go File, Open Folder. I'm going to look for the C. I need to look kung saan siya na installed. So CH, SAMP, htdocs, learning PHP, and then practice 4. Select folder lang tayo. Close ko lang muna yung isa. Okay. So now we are going to create our activity. So going to create a new file by right-clicking on the folder name. Then new file tayo. I would like to save it as index. So I'm always creating index file that will serve as the home page ko. And then create muna ako ng HTML codes. Palaking ko lang ng bagya. Learning PHP. And then the next is gagawin ko is wait. Okay, so let's have the name here. H1, even, or, and odd number finder. And so let me try to run this one first to test if it is working. Let me go to my browser, and then I'm going to type local host slash yung practice, ay no, no, not practice, but learning PHP practice for. Yan. Okay, so it is working naman po. So let me continue the coding part. So next is I'm going to create the form. So the action is an empty value. Then the method, of course, I'm going to use post. So just a reminder, guys, if you're about to develop a web application in the future, please don't forget to set yung form validation. But in this particular activity, kahit wala pa naman, okay lang. Kasi we're focusing on the looping statement. But for sa mga gagawin yung activity or mga project, it should implement yung form validation for the security of your web application. Input type, text, and then of course the name niya is, sabihin natin num. Let me just copy this one. So next is the type of number to display. So this one, instead of using input, I'm going to use yung select, then option. So the first is maglagay lang ako ng empty. Then the next is for the even and odd number. So even, say even lang. This is the value that we are going to compare later on. Ito naman, ito yung label na makikita ng user. Then for the odd number, okay, of course, don't forget to set the name of the input. Otherwise, hindi natin ma-retrieve yung value na. So type of number, for example. Yan. And then, of course, don't forget to have your button here. I'm just placing it with a div para at least it can have its full width. Kasi block element yung div. Full width of the container. Not the item. Not the button, not the text. But the container itself lang po. So submit yung name na gagamitin ko dito. Then of course, yung value is, sabihin natin submit na rin. This is the label, by the way, yung value. So let's try to run this one. Kung ano yung magiging output nito. Okay, yun. So I'm about to create a style. Let me have na magkaroon kahit paano na styling yung code natin dito. Sa style. Then div. Margin bottom. Gusto ko 5 pixels. Then div span. Display inline block. Oh wait. Yun na pala. Width is about 90 pixels. Then naka-float F. Save natin yun. Then let's go to the browser. Ay, bumaba yung isa. Bumaba yung isa, bumaba. Malit masyado pala, sorry. 200 natin yung span. Ayun, ito na lang. So, okay, once we submit the form, it should display yung results sa taas. Okay? So, let's go back. And dito, we're going to have our processing of data na. So, dito ko na lang ilalagay. Open and close PHP tags. So, test ko muna kung ano yung request method na ginamit. So, since mas mainam guys if masasanay tayo sa ganito. Request method equals post. If it is post, then that's the only time that I'm going to manage yung form natin dito. So, I would like also to test kasi yung button. There are cases kasi na marami yung button na gagamitin natin. It's like, for example, yung sa other videos, we use 2 buttons. So, if that's the case, mas masasanay tayo kahit marami yung submit button na nandito. So, if the submit button was set, which is having a submit of name, which is this one, if nakaset siya, therefore, nasubmit talaga yung form. Now, next na gagawin ko, I'm going to get the num, which is the post num. Then I want to cast this one into integer. Gusto kong maging sure na integer siya. Then yung type of number, gusto ko naman kunin yung value niya, the type of number. Then I would like also to make sure that it's just string. Sobra, sorry. Yan. Okay. So now let's try to check kung ano yung type of number na pinili. Type of number equals to even ba? If even yung pinili, maglo-loop ako through that one. I'm going to use yung foreach, for loop rather. So 1 is equals to the number of items here. Okay, yung limit niya. And then, I would like to display na yung, dito na lang yung, sabihin natin yung total number. Tapos, i-concatenate ko yung num. And then, dito naman, of course, yung, would like to put some BR para mag-new line siya. Yung next is, yung type of number. Type of number. Which is, of course, yung even number. Kasi nasa even number naman ako. Afterwards nun, of course, yung result. So, i-echo ko na lang dito yung result. Then, within the loop, dito i-compare muna natin. Paano natin masasabi na even or odd number yung pinili? We're going to use the modulus. So, if the I is percent to 2 equals to 0, which means it is even. Then that's the only time na i-display ko yung result. Okay, so sabihin natin yung I, and then I would like to have a space here. Ganun lang muna. Okay, so let's try this one if it works. If it doesn't, then let's try to debug our code. So run muna tayo. Refresh. No, cancel to. Dito pala tayo. Okay? So, yung gagawin natin, input tayo ng 10 and then pili tayo ng even number. We're expecting na mag-display sana yung result dito. So, yun. So, meron ng 10, even number, yung mga even number na result. I would like to have yung HR lang sa baba para magkaroon ng boundary. So, dito tayo sa baba. HR. Yan. Again, refresh, submit lang. Yun. So, ngayon naman, we're going to work with the odd number. So, we have the means of checking kung even number siya dito sa looping. Now, paano naman kung odd? So, if ever yung type of number na pinili is odd number, which is the odd value, of course, same pa rin dito, and odd number dito. And then, the result, paano natin sasabi na add to? So, pinakamadaling way is to invert the result. If this is even, I'm going to use the not operator para maging odd. Then therefore, it is an odd number. Kasi we're not going to do else statement. Instead, we just convert yung pagiging even niya as a result of this one into an odd number. So, kasi if this modulus returns 0, it is an even number. Okay? Since even number siya, so I'm going to invert the result. So, mako-consider na siya na odd number. So, here's the code that we have. Let's go back to our web page. Let's input some number in here. For example, this one and then odd number. Submit. Yan. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Let's put another number kahit 30 pa yan. Let's say even. Lahat ng even number within 30. Say, try natin yung 30 sa odd number. So, lahat ng odd number sa 30 is madi-display. Okay? Okay? So, yun. So, that's how we can manage in displaying the even and odd number within a loop. And of course, may nagamit tayong mga operators such as yung modulus and also the not operator. Okay? So, I think that's it. So, I hope you learned something new today, guys, regarding our topic, which is about PHP loops and, of course, other control structure such as the break and continue statement. Okay? So, just like I always say, just keep practicing and never stop learning. Thank you for watching, guys. Goodbye for now.